there tonight. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good. At least we got a little bit of good news on justice. I always think of Glenn Kushner. Justice is coming. Some justice came, and I don't think he's ever going to be able to get out of this unless he just wins the presidency and becomes full dictator, and that's not going to happen, so don't worry about it. I think he's probably, even if he ends up borrowing this money from Russia or someplace, maybe somebody from Saudi sends him the money or something to put the bond up for this stuff, he's still not going to get out of it. So he's, I think, as far as financially doomed. And of course, if he loses some of the Saudis' money, he's doomed anyway. He might end up like Khashoggi. And this is for fun and entertainment only. So that's the last thing. I'm not suggesting that should happen at all. In fact, I want to see this man live for another 10 years and have to finally find out what it's like to be a real person. And of course, maybe that wouldn't even happen. With that bad of narcissism, it probably wouldn't even help that much. So I got a new deck of cards here. I don't know if I want to even use them for politics, but I might. Don't know if I'll be able to read them because they're different. They're not really different. It's just that, whatever. They're different. They're not going to be as quick. So I hope everybody's doing great out there, and hope everybody's doing fine. If anybody would like a card reading, get a hold of me at lynntarotreading@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can work out. Put your phone number in there so I can get back with you. And I don't think anybody noticed, but I put something quieter down here. I don't know if it's still picking it up on the mic or not before I did my last one. And then I noticed when I was editing it that sometimes I was still lining them up over here on the side where it was quicker, because if you hit something solid, they'll line up quicker. It's just a habit. Maybe I should put an extra one over there in case I start doing it over there by accident. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing fine tonight. And I don't know what to talk about. I watched enough YouTube today where I was filled up to here with it. And I imagine all of you have too, the people that watch YouTube. But at least I just went out for a walk, and I know I had people be so nice about me getting back with them that I wanted to make sure I got back with them. I wish I knew where that light right there. I've got a glare back light right in the middle of my head. I don't know where it's coming from. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. It's just so weird. I think it's something that's glaring on there from behind me, but I don't know what it is. I know usually when I leave that other light on over there that's got all the pretty flowers on it, it makes my videos blurrier. So maybe that's it. Who knows? So I'm just going to start with my regular old cards, and maybe I'll use the new ones for clarifiers. But the thing I seen today with this money and stuff coming down that just literally floored me was frickin' Frack. The adult spawn, They both had to get out there and whine on TV. And of course, Don Jr. looked pretty hyped up. Looked like he'd just been to the donut shop. And I know Jen Lynn's always teasing about I eat paste, and he looked like he was whiter than a ghost going on and on. And you don't know why anybody would be upset with him. He didn't do nothing. He didn't have nothing to do with anything. Oh, I can't believe these kids. But anyway, people want to know, I wanted to ask why Frick and Frack. That's what wasn't the questions I want to ask. Why were they so blindsided? They looked like the last thing in the world they expected was to have this turn out like it did. I'm thinking this looks like it's just about ready to fall here. Was to have that turn out like it did. And that doesn't make any sense to me at all because it's just they think they can do anything and not prove nothing and have everything written down and all the records there. It's like they live in a different reality. It's like we know that Trump's been in his own reality all his life. But I thought maybe the kids knew that Trump was in his own reality. And they were just placating him and followed it as much as they could. But I never seen two people so shocked in my life that they got fined. And I think both the boys got almost $5 million. By the time they added everything on, I think it came out. I don't remember what it came out to, and from what I understand, somebody said they already had their houses hot to put up the fine for that rape case where Donald Trump raped Eugene Carroll. And I can say that out loud, it's proven. So they may not be able to borrow more money on their homes or something. So anyway, they probably got more than one home, who knows. But anyway, probably bunches of them. But anyway, I just want to see if they were really that blindsided or if they were just still playing the game when they both came on TV and was ranting and raving about everything, how unfair everything was for them. Because they had to play by the rules the other people are supposed to play by. Not that everybody in New York's playing by these rules, but people get brought up on charges all the time for not playing by them. They just never have. So let's see. So, since they both had the same amount of amazement that they had gotten a fine, and that their dad had gotten fined, when they knew damn well that they'd been playing with this money for all their life, I'm going to read on them both together and just see if maybe it tells why. Why did they feel that way? Why do they, I know, well, either way, their hearts are broken. Look at this. They're really feeling picked on. This is, what was her name? The one that Letitia James, I think, is the one that was behind this trial. And the judge, that's them coming down. They're also pissed because Ivanka got out of it. And this is the problem right here. This is the answer. This is the outcome. There's not that much money there. There's no cash on hand, so they're going to have to sell something, hawk something that's not hawked maybe. Maybe they have some property that's paid for. I doubt that very much. But this is what's going on. They don't know where they're going to find this money. And so I'm going to draw four more and ask, are they going to come up with the money? I'm not even going to ask where it's coming from, because if they come, it's not going to be coming from them. That much we know right now. So what's going on here with this? Are they going to come up with the money? Because they don't have the money. They don't have it now. They might have property and, whatever. They've got assets, but they don't have no money. And most of that property is probably hot to the all the way. And I asked if they were going to come up with the money. This is the past card. So this is like they weren't really worried about it because the way the money's been rolling in, just people giving them money and sending money to them. But they didn't, with that deal with E.G. and Carol and then this on top of it, I don't think they realized what a bind they would be in. This is a whole lot of money. And I was watching that sweet lady that does the tarot readings every day. I don't know why I always have trouble remembering her name, the one that's got the cats, the redheaded lady. I really enjoy her, and I hope you don't feel like I'm sliding her because I can't remember her name. But now forgot what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought trying to explain something she said, but now I can't even remember it. But anyway, they thought they had this covered, that it wouldn't be that much, and if it was more than they thought it was going to be, that within 24 hours or something, people would send them enough money to cover it. Well, that's where I seen it. The fund that's coming in, and she had it up on the front of hers today, is just a little bit of money trickling in. I mean, I don't remember what it was, 175,000 or something like that they've already collected, but that's a hell of a long way from, what was it, $500 million? So I think they're really sweating it, and they're so used to the money just pouring in. Usually it's just delusion. We can just keep all these suckers sending us money. And I shouldn't call them suckers, but I don't think they're too sharp if they're sending Trump money. That would be like me sending money to bail the Catholic Church out. They've been running whatever. Not that he's rich. Whatever. I've never thought Trump had any money, but I mean, why should I send money to the Catholic Church? And why should they send money to him? So we've got, I was going to say justice, but I don't think this is justice. This is judgment. So the challenge is the judgment. They just didn't, I don't know what they thought. They could not have thought they were going to get out of this in any way. They could not have. That's all there is to it. But they managed to, they were shocked by it. That's the challenge, is the judgment. They didn't think it was going to be that big. And then we got a world card for the outcome. But does that mean that the money's going to come from, they're going to send them the money to pay the down payment on the bonds for the money they have to have up to even contest this, take it, So are they going to get it from all over the world? I don't even think the rest of the world likes Trump. It would have to be from some pretty shady world leaders. Let's see if the next card's a money card, because none of these are money cards. We'll go back and pull them here. I think the IRS is coming after them, and before it's all over, they'll be lucky if they're not in jail. And they got a monitor on that deal. If they start getting money just dropping out of heaven from overseas, they're going to be all over them for that. So I think this is a jail card. So I'm going to ask one more question. Is this because the IRS is getting close? Is going to look at this. This is the United States being a winner. Yeah. I think before this even gets dusted off, that the IRS is going to, I'm sure they've already got a case going on him, but I think we're going to hear about them prosecuting before too long, because they're right on top of it. This is in the past where they had so much money coming through, they couldn't even waste it all, no matter what they spent it on, whether it was hairdos or whatever. And this is the present. They're trying to figure out who they can scam out of this money. And this is the challenges. They just did not think the judgment was going to be that high. and they're looking all over the world to see where to borrow this from. But there's already a monitor, so they have to be careful where they borrow it from, and any legitimate bank or something's not going to lend it to them. And this is also a lot of times the jail card. And this is a lot of times the America winning star. So this could be the IRS going in there, and before they're through, they might totally be destitute. And part of it's just from being so whatever out there with all the crap all that you can do no wrong, no matter who you're walking over or under or around or on top of. So anyway, yeah, but it just shocked those boys. It just shocked those boys. Right now, they better get busy, or they might end up in prison before it's over. From the looks of those cards, they could. So probably their dad would be gone, but if they can't cash in the empire for enough money to pay their back taxes and stuff, they might end up going to jail. I'll believe it when I see it, but it's happened to other criminals, and they are criminals. They're not the kids. Sometimes I think if I hear somebody call these Trump's kids, or especially when they say kids, children's bad enough, without saying adult children in front of it. But when they say that on the news, it just makes me want to cringe. So, okay, so I already did enough griping about that. And somebody else wanted to know if the RNC backed Laura Trump for chairman or co-chairman of the RNC. Okay, the RNC supposedly, I guess it's not even the RNC, it's Donald Trump that's saying he wants Laura Trump, his daughter-in-law, to be in charge of the RNC. So, is this going to happen? And if they do, if they're not bankrupt already, they'll definitely be bankrupt the minute they get their hands on the money. That is, talk about robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's a little close. And it's be a little bit self-evident if he puts his daughter-in-law in there. But is this going to fly with the Republic? I mean, they're so stupid right now. They've drank the Kool-Aid so much they don't even have a clue what they're doing. Not a clue what they're doing. So is the RNC going to agree with this? Are they going to put Laura Trump in there in control of the funds and where they go to, who they go to? And from what I understand, there's not many funds there. But I'm going to do a long one on this one and see. Well, they're thinking they could steal some money still out of this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So that was what the ideal was. Maybe if I can get Laura in there running the RNC, I won't have to worry about this fine. I can just siphon the money out the bat. But the RNC doesn't have any money right now. So, and besides that, everything that's coming into them is monitored. It's not going to be very long until everything that's coming into the RNC is going to be monitored. So Trump thinks it's a winning ideal. He thinks that way he can scam whatever he wants to out of there. He knows that everybody's just totally blind when it comes to him, that he's just a total cult leader. He thinks, oh, they'll do whatever I want them to do. And you may think that this is a joke, but there is a plan. So there's some backroom meetings and some planning going on over this, and I can't imagine why he would even want her in there, unless maybe it's a high-paying job and he thinks she's going to need the money now. Who knows? But no, it's just a mess with the money. Whatever it is that he thinks he's going to get away with, he won't get away with it, because here's the world watching it. Or maybe this is the world going to change his plans. And this is the immediate future. This is somebody with hardly any funds. This is really low funds. So to start with, the Republican Party's probably almost broke, I'd say, by this card. And we're going to be hearing more about that. We're going to be hearing more about it right away. So Laura Trump's in turmoil too. Her whole world's upside down. Maybe she's all excited because she might get this position. I don't know. Maybe she thinks that nothing's going to ever touch him. I don't know what she's thinking, but we got the world card here in her seventh house, which is hers. So that could be that she gets this position. If she does, she won't keep it very long. She'll be out in the cold right away. Or the Republican Party will be. Her hopes and fears is she's just thinking, oh, that would give me, how she wants to be famous anyway. That would give her position to get up in front of the cameras and do a lot of talking and all that kind of shit. So she's all psyched about it. But this is a person of authority. And even this is supposed to be about the GOP, but this is usually, to me, a person of authority from the Democratic side. But there might be some people challenging this. This may be somebody from the RNC side challenging it. I'm going to cut the cards instead of draw off the top and see what I get for the... Yeah, she's going to get some strong resistance. If they try to put her in there or whatever, I don't think it's going to be as easy as they think it is, because to start with, it's like a secret plan. And we know what that is. Probably do with siphoning more money out of there. They're going to be watched, and some people are going to block this. But they're talking about this behind the scenes, trying to make some kind of a deal. And Laura Trump personally likes it because she thinks it would give her fame. There's hardly any money left in the Republican Party compared to what they need to run an election and to run whatever, the party. And that's coming out into the public before too long. I mean, we hear little things here and there, but it sounds like it's going to be a big reveal or something. I don't know. Well, you can't have Donald Trump and his family keep sucking off all the money that come into the Republican Party and have any funds grow for anybody else. And this is Laura Trump. She thinks that would make her world famous, put her in a better position. But it doesn't. It just brings what's going on into the eye. And she's not going to be sitting pretty, because she's going to have a challenge about this. She's going to be challenged about it. And there's going to be some real strength coming out after about it. So I don't think it's just Donald Trump says he wants her in there and she steps in there. I think there's a lot more to it than meets the eye before it's over. Maybe not. He's got all of his puppets all over. Maybe not. We'll see. But that's what I feel like these cards are saying. So let me stick these back in here, and we'll do the next one. And I won't talk that long tonight. This isn't going to be that long. So anyway, Russia and satellites, what's going on? Since I know totally nothing about this, I mean, they've said they're going to shoot some satellites out of space. I imagine almost every country that can even get a satellite into space can get a weapon in to shoot a satellite out of space. I figure that's probably no huge accomplishment with all the technology they've got nowadays. And it would be a bit, and if Russia starts shooting people's satellites down all over the world, it's going to affect their business and their everything for them too. So it's going to screw them up as bad as it does everybody else. So it really, to me personally, doesn't make any sense. But I'm just an old lady. What I think is not, that's what I think. But so let's see. Don't tell anybody. So is Russia in the satellites? What's going on? I'm going to try these cards for this. I'm going to try my new cards for it. I love these cards. These are some cards Linda was using, and my friend Mark Meadows. Oh, God. Mark Rhodes helped me find out what they were, bless his heart, and then I ordered a set, and I've used them for a personal reading or two, and I loved them, but I wasn't going to use them for politics, but I can't stand it. Got a pretty set of new cards here. So Russian satellites, what's going on there? Shooting satellites down or whatever. Or is that just the tip of the iceberg? Or is that just the false, what they used to call those in a lost leader in a store or something to bring in there that was ridiculously cheap, and then you'd end up spending an extra $100 while you're in there. So what's going on? Is this a real thing? What's going on with the supposing threat? What is the supposing threat? We got a Four of Pentacles for the signifier. This is usually the Democratic Party being right on top of something. So I don't, if this is something new, it's going on in outer space with everything else that's been going on here or something, I doubt if they're right on top of it. But we can come back. But we got a Four of Pentacles here. This is, maybe Russia doesn't have enough money to, sometimes this is a money shortage a little bit, especially for countries. We're talking about Russia. So maybe it's that. We'll see what comes around it. Well, we got the Queen of Pentacles crossing it. So this could be somebody that's backing Biden, not Biden, but backing Putin or something. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So far, I'm out there. Hold with me here. Oh, wow, I don't like this. The Foundation is the Death card. So is this going to be death for Russia, death for Putin? It would kind of darken the whole world if they start shooting satellites down, because I'm sure theirs will get shot down too. I'm sure if they got the know-how to take our satellites out, we got the know-how to take their satellites out. That's kind of just been a push-shove situation ever since we started this satellites. But I was thinking today they should have kept the old ground phones and put all the wires underground and kept everybody hooked up where you could actually hook up if you had to a ground line. But if there was no satellites up above, the way they've been working things the last 40 years, maybe they still wouldn't have any phone service. I know they used to have cables under the ocean and everything. But anyway, I'm not sure how it works. But we got the Death card here for the Foundation. And I've never looked at, since I'm using different cards, I need to look at them instead of just take what I would usually think of for the Death card. Changing patterns in the way you handle money. Well, this is handling it for a bad cause. We're reading these cards on Russia. It's Russia and the satellites. So, yeah, they would like to do something to harm us and take us all out. Putin thinks of himself as almost running the world. Him and Trump are so much alike, it's ridiculous, except he is smarter than Trump. And he knows what he's doing, where Trump never knew whatever. I don't even want to go there. I don't want to think about him right now. So, yeah, Putin thinks that he's got the power and the threat, and thinks he's got somebody worried. But look at this. We got the King of Swords, that was Putin, as the influence over this death card. But we got Biden in the sky right on top of this. So this is good. That's good. That shows that they know what's going on and they're working on it. And I think it's going to turn out fine. Because we got a 10 of Pentacles in the near future. I mean, 10 of Cups, excuse me. So we got a 10 of Cups in the near future. That's people happy and celebrating. And then we got a 9 of Pentacles in the 7th house. I should have read on either Putin or Russia. I guess Putin is Russia. And satellites and what's going on. And here we got a 9 of Pentacles in the 7th house. So it's some kind of money deal. I'm thinking that maybe Putin doesn't even have control of this. You don't suppose he's talking to Elon Musk and trying to talk him into doing this, do you? Wouldn't surprise me. Because we got a 9 of Pentacles. And you know, I thought that was the King of Hearts on the top of here, but we got a King of Pentacles. Do you think maybe Elon Musk might be involved in this, and this is for entertainment only? He might be right in the middle of this. But the energy over this 9 of Pentacles, this is Biden here. This is the one I was looking for earlier. Like I said, I wasn't familiar with these cards, and I seen the King of Pentacles and just thought of it as being the King of Cups. But here it is. I thought it was the King of Hearts, but it's not. It was the King of Pentacles. So here's the King of Hearts. That's Biden. That's the influence over the 9 of Pentacles. So what are they doing? Finally dumping more money into the space still? I don't know. Maybe I should have read these different. Whatever it is, it's not going to... We got the Hanged Man here. It's on hold right now. Whatever this scary plan was supposed to be. It's on hold. And we got the Knight of Cups in the 10th house, which is the outcome. And the Knight of Cups is somebody trying to make a deal. Somebody trying to make an offer. Moving away. Queen of Cups. I don't know, people. These are my new cards. I don't know. I'm going to go back and try to read through them and see if you got the patience for it. Started right out with the 4 of Pentacles. So that's a low energy project, or either the Democratic Party having this, Biden having it, one or the other, because this is also the card for Democratic strength. We got the Queen of Pentacles on top of it. Don't know who that would be, but somebody that's actually invested money in it. I would say maybe somebody that's helping Biden do this, or not Biden, helping Putin do this. Then we got the death card underneath. I don't think it's going to go very far. Putin loves it because he got everybody upset about it. And he may be talking to Elon Musk about this. Who knows? I know he was turning satellite stuff on and off in the Ukraine, so who knows? Who knows what side he's playing on? And I think he does enough stuff for the government where they're afraid to shut him down or take away any of his power. So everything's kind of up in the air because of modern technology. Here's the Ten of Cups. So this is people being safe and happy and with their families. And there ain't going to be no way that they start knocking satellites out of the air that everybody doesn't end up losing power before it's over. So that's not going to work. We got the Nine of Pentacles, which is usually a yes, everything's going to be okay card in the 7th house. And we got Biden over that. Whatever was planned has been put on hold for right now. Somebody's trying to make a deal with somebody. Somebody's trying to make an offer. I don't know who's making an offer to who. But somebody just ends up walking away from it. And then I drew one more card and got the Queen of Cups. King and Queen of Cups. That could be Biden and his wife. I don't know. Could be Kamala. Who knows? Maybe I better use my other cards. I'm quicker on them. I thought these might bring through more stuff. But it looks like there's some kind of bullshit going on. But it looks like they might. It also looks like they got a handle on it right now. And that there's some negotiations being made. Something like that's going on. Anyway, turn this light down just a little bit. It's already turned down all the way. So I thought maybe that's what was shining in my eyes. Something's shining in my eyes. So anyway, I guess I'll use the other cards for the rest of the readings. We got Fannie Willis. Will she be able to stay on the case? Just that simple. Will she be able to stay? If they end up putting her out of there because of something that, if it was a man, he could have had 8 mistresses working under him in almost any part of the DA's office, and nobody would have even said anything but patted him on the back and said, "That a boy." So I don't know. You know that all this shit is because she's black and because she's a woman. Those two things. Mainly because she's a woman, and then being black adds to it when it comes to the Republican Party. So, will she be able to stay on the case? Just that simple. I had a Wheel of Fortune fall out, so I'd say the yes already, but let's... The Wheel of Fortune and the King of Pentacles. I don't know what that's about. And that's another thing. That judge that's on that case, I cannot believe he even had a hearing on this. He should have had her come in and talk to him and the guy, and then he should have just made some decision. Bringing it up for the salaciousness of it and bringing her out and getting on her because she's a woman, because we know if she was a man that this would have never came up. It came up because Trump was looking for anything to delay this, and there's all the money he pays for lawyers. But the lawyer behind this has already been indicted, from what I understand, maybe in that same case. So, How can he come up with some bullshit thing like a kid in school running to a teacher or something because somebody's flirting in the hallway? It doesn't make any sense to me. This has nothing whatsoever to do with her job. And this gets out in the news media, and they're all just barking at their heels because that gives them some more shit to put out there. And I am so sick of the corporate news. So let's see. Will Fani Willis be able to stay on her case? I think I might have read on this last week, but that's all that's been in the news this week, so let's reread on it. And I think I called her Fanny, and I meant Bonnie. The first time I ever heard her name, that's how I heard it. And once something gets in my head, it's hard to reroute it. So anyway, let's see. We got the Hierophant. This is the judge. Sometimes that means justice. This is the American government. Trying to stab her in the back. Maybe there's more energy behind this. Like I said, maybe it's the damn judge. I can't believe that he even called her in there to start with over this horse shit. It was stupid to start with. So is he trying to stab her in the back? Is he trying to, everybody said that, he was appointed by a Republican, and I'm not one of those that hollers Republican, Democrat judge or anything. But from what I understand, his background is the Federalist Society, so he may be taking his orders still from the Federalist Society. Who knows? We got for me what's the yes card in the foundation. I got the Ace of Cups, and a lot of people have a lot of different things for the cards, but that's the yes card for me. And we got a Two of Wands. That could be justice. This is a winning card. I don't think they're going to be able to keep her out. They're not going to want to let this go. This is a future card. They're still digging, trying to find any kind of shit they can on her. Probably last time she painted her toenails, she did them the wrong color or something. And then for her, she's worried because of the way they're pursuing every little thing. She's thinking they might find something else. So she's kind of worried. But the Wheel of Fortune's upside down. So I think that they're not going to be able to change it as it is. I don't think they're going to be able to pull this off. We got the Six of Cups in her hopes and fears. She just doesn't want to disappoint anybody. She's been so busy working on this for so long and working so hard. And who wouldn't want to get away if you've been putting up with all these death threats and everything else? It just, and if you have fun while you're away, she's a grown woman and she's single. This is ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous. There's been a lot of money put up trying to stop her. That's in the 7th house, the Ace of Pentacles. People are still throwing anything they can at the wall to try to stop her. And what I think they said is they filed that motion just right the day before they wouldn't be able to file anymore. They're going to make her some kind of offer. And maybe it's to get rid of... we got a 4 of coins on top of the offer. So maybe it's to get rid of him or something. I don't know. That would be slimming down Somebody's going away. I'm thinking from these cards it's the guy. I can't think of his name. Because justice wins. Our government wins. And if our government wins, that means she's not going nowhere. So let's go back through these. This is the judge. And this is him trying to put the Ten of Swords in her back. And this is, yes, that's what he was trying to do. This is, once everybody sees both sides of this, it looks like the government will come in pretty strong. Then they're going to say that they found more stuff. And this bothers Fannie Willis a little bit, not because she's done anything wrong, but if you're going to get so stupid as to go around saying people are making money off of going on vacation together nowadays, that's the biggest bunch of bullshit I ever heard. So they think they're going to change this, but they're not going to be able to. With this card being upside down, I think she's going to stay on that case. They're not going to be able to move her out of there. And this is going to make a lot of people happy because she gets to stay there. And it doesn't disrupt this case she's worked so hard on. This is it going forward. It's the case going forward. She might have to make an offer to let her friend go work somewhere else because it shows him moving on. And then it shows justice prevailing. So I'm pretty damn sure from looking at these cards that she's going to end up on this case. They're not going to be able to get rid of her from it. Doesn't mean, you know what I mean. It's just the cards, but that's the way I see it. But it was pretty cool how the Super Bowl came out, huh? Energy has a lot to do with everything. Thoughts are things. Edgar Casey's favorite film. Thoughts are things. What we think comes into fruition. There's a lot of Swifties out there. Like these cards. These are my political cards. Look at this. Justice will win. So I would say she's going to stay on this case. I would say they're not getting rid of our little Foni. And so Mike Turner, a repube, head of the House Intelligence Committee, they're trying to take him off of there because he voted for money for Ukraine? Or is it Palestine? I don't know. I don't remember what the question was. I should have wrote it out more when I wrote it in there today. But he's head of the Republican head of the House Intelligence Committee. They're trying to kick him out of the job because he wants to give money to Ukraine. Because he voted to give money to Ukraine and was trying, whatever, and they're trying to get rid of him. So will they get rid of Mike Turner? They don't. They may not kick him out of Congress or out of the House. I think he's in the House, but they might. Yeah, it is the House Intelligence Committee, but they want to take him off as the chair of the committee. Will they do it or not? Maybe we can come out with just one card on this. Are they going to get away with it? I would say they're working for Russia. Look at this. People want him off there. I mean, it's not just that the people in the House are against helping Ukraine. They're in Russia's pocket. Look at this. They're in Russia's pocket. I don't remember how I cut those now. I didn't put the top back on them. Let's go this way. They don't want to spend any money on Ukraine. They're trying to keep any money from going to Ukraine. That's not making the rest of the people out there very happy. I think this is going to hurt them in the election. They think it's making them grand. This is Republicans. They're running out of gimmicks. They're staying up at night trying to figure out what to do to argue about or complain about. They're thinking this might increase their fundraising, and they need that really bad. This is low money in the 6th house. I don't think it helps or anything. It just hangs something up. I don't know. What's he going to do by being taken out of there? They may not be able to take him out. I guess if they want to vote him out, they could. But it's not going to be good for the government or good for nothing else. The government's over this hanging him out. I don't know. Maybe if he stands his ground, the bullies will walk away. We got the bully card here and the hopes and fears. I think I'm just not asking these questions right tonight. And then I got the losers card. So is that him losing? Is that they're going to get to throw him out? But here's the Republicans back in Russia. Over money. They don't want to give money to Ukraine. The whole world's watching this. And they know the Republicans are behind it. This isn't good for them. And they don't have that much money put back already. And that's not going to add to their coffers to pull this kind of shit. Right now, it's up in the air. Nobody's made a decision on it. Maybe Trump's told them to do this. But then it shows the bully walking away. And I would say the bully losing. Since it's right after the bully, we got the losers card. And this is my new card for Trump. So is this Trump winning or Trump losing? It's in the outcome, but it's a loser's card. So I would say that he's probably not going to lose his job. Who knows? I feel like I'm not making any sense now. I hope when I edit this it makes some sense. And I was going to make this quicker, and it's already been almost an hour. I'm so tired of watching politics, I don't think I'm going to watch any politics all day tomorrow, no matter what. I'm going to have to watch Sterling if he comes on, but I don't consider that politics. Most of his is stuff from all over. But can't miss my Sterling. So, March 25th, date set for first criminal trial. Will it get started on time? Every one of these is a yes or no question, and that's the hardest thing for me to answer. I shouldn't have put those out there that much, where it was yes or no. Well, the March 25th date for the first criminal trial on Trump, and that's the Stormy Daniels stuff. And that's not about him doing her. That's about him messing with campaign funds over it and then lying about it. That's what the trial's about. So anyway, well, we know that they've got the goods on him. They've already proven that he's done it. That's why Michael Cohen went to jail. He's already been to jail for a couple of years for it, but Trump was just a significant other, or what did they call him in that lawsuit because he was president? Okay, so is this trial going to take off and go like it should? And this is we'll call it, for a good universal identification, we'll call it the Stormy Daniels trial. Supposed to start on the 25th of March. Is it going to start that quick? Because that's 6 weeks away. You know, we thought that other trial was supposed to start this month or something, or next month, and then they blocked it. I'm so sick of this shit. I'm sure we all are. So March, is it going to start on March? Well, they say it is, but it's up in the air, it looks like. They're going to try to come rushing in there and stop it. It's a mercenary. There's some money behind it, not a whole lot. We got the Queen of Pentacles in the foundation. That's a woman doing that trial, isn't it? No, that's a guy from the New York office. Can't think of his name. That's a black guy from the New York office. It's a really strong case. But we're asking if it's going to start on time. We got a yes card right on top. Another yes card in the near future. So it's going to start. They got all the evidence they need to put the devil away. Wow. It's going to be good for the whole United States and for the Biden administration. So I think they will start that trial. I think he will be a convicted felon before the election. I wish it was that other one about trying to steal the election, but we'll see. Maybe it'll come up. So it's pretty close, up and down, still being juggled. This is the Republicans coming in trying to stop it. This is them not being able to stop it because the case is too strong and there's nothing else no more shit they can pull out of the pot. This is yes, that it's going to get started on time. This is another yes card. This is they got the evidence to put Trump in jail. It's going to make America feel better. And it's going to make Joe Biden look better even after dragging his feet all this time. Not that it's his feet. He's supposedly not have to have anything to do with this, but he's the one that put the people in place that have been holding all this crap up. And I'm not going to go back there again. Put a mouse in office when you need a lion. And he knew he had to have known he was going to need a lion in there with all the crap that was going on before he got in there and trying to keep him from getting in there. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad person. It could just be his age and you're so conditioned to everything around you. If you've been in Washington that long, he was just trying to own the RNC by putting Garland in there because they stopped him from being a judge for Obama. That was so stupid. He might not, I wouldn't even wanted him to be in the Supreme Court as a judge. But anyway, I think I said that last time. I've never liked Garland. Bad advice from him when I first heard, like I said, that Obama was going to even try to put him in the Supreme Court. I was having a fit, but he'd have been a lot better than anybody else that Trump put on there. Anyway, people, seems like a short one, but it's not. It's already been an hour. So, question, just a yes or no. It doesn't mean because she doesn't want to, but she might be afraid to. She's got enough people after her, but just because they won a football game. But will Taylor Swift really come out and endorse Biden before the election? You know that she don't like Trump. We all know that. And so does he. That's why all the bullshit. And if she liked him to start with, she wouldn't have liked him or anybody working for him the way they've been treating her. All she did was tell people to get registered to vote, and they went berserk. So is she really going to come out and bat Biden before the election? I'm just going to, these all cards, I think they all got a yes or no on it. I'm going to just, whatever it says, I'm going to go by it. Yes. So the Two of Swords is a yes card in this. So, okay. So the cards say, yeah, that she is going to come out for backing Biden before the election. We'll see. Got something here to grin about. I haven't been giggling too much tonight, have I? I don't know why, but I want to thank everybody they're still here and God bless all of you and namaste. Thank you.